Brian Laundrie took his own life after taking Gabby Petito's life after the couple took a cross-country road trip. But before Brian could be successful with Jeffrey Epsteining himself, he would need the help from his parents. The exact opposite of what Wade Wilson's father did after Steve turned Wade into authorities. New Age Plug brought this conversation up weeks ago, and now content creators have now covered it, but let's give you a YouTube Streets perspective of the different realities.
YouTube Streets Podcast, doing non-Wade Wilson content. We are here. Miss Griselda is in the building to join us. Ronnie Blue Eyes, DBS, how are you guys doing? Gals, too.
Finally moved on from the Wade Wilson bullshit. You know what I mean?
Great. We great. I'm great. It's good to hear.
No, we didn't move on. We're coming right. I got one coming after this, so stop it. This is just
circling right back around.
We're circling back. This is actually reference to it because, look, sorry for the generator in the background, y'all, for real.
We're circling the block.
But seriously, this is the opposite of Papa Steve. This is parents that actually protected a killer into their advantage, and there's a lot of conspiracies around this. We're going to get to. I want to know everyone's opinion on this and be real.
Yeah, let's be fucking real.
Get right into it, YouTube Streets.
Get right into it, man.
Northport Police Department. How you doing, sir? I apologize for bothering you. I have the detective on the phone. I'm not talking to anybody. You don't want to talk to us?
Right, we don't talk to nobody.
Okay, she's on the phone. You don't want to talk to her now?
And at this point, for perspective, there's no body been found, right?
Rest in peace to Gabby.
Okay, it's when was the last time that you saw Brian and Gabriel?
Well, Brian is here.
Brian is here?
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying.
And that's why you're saying?
Yeah, we have an attorney. They've been calling. I don't know. That's all I want to say. I don't know why so many attorneys are aware.
Okay.
They're calling, so I can give you his number.
Whose number? The attorney's number?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like that, please, so I can give it to the detective. Thank you.
Yeah, speak to my lawyer. Speak to my lawyer.
Hell yeah.
I have my lawyer. My lawyer can be contacted. You can speak to him. That's why he's.
Yeah, but guys, there's a daughter missing right now, bro, and they know everything about where she's at. That's the issue.
And her boyfriend, like at this point, we haven't seen him either. So
I'm just speaking in general. This is how you speak to police when they come to your house.
Exactly,
right.
Ronnie, you're right.
Unannounced, it's just you have the right to say no. I'm not saying a word. You're not welcome in.
Yeah, they're exercising their rights.
Right.
Absolutely,
exactly.
I personally have no experience like you guys do, and I would have probably wanted to give them information if I wasn't potentially harboring a fugitive.
Well, when you're aware of the case and the details is different, Let's go.
Well, let's put it this way, Griselda. You don't know, but the police come and they're interested in your son. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's happening. All you know is they're interested.
Well, we don't know that either because I think Brian told them what was going on.
What I'm playing devil's advocate here. Trying to make a point here, plug. Let me go. They come knocking on your door. What is it that you do? Do you say, "Hold on, my son is here," or do you say, "Whoa, he's not here. Contact my lawyer"?
Yeah, it's just a hypothetical question.
I don't know.
Or do you say, "Hey, Johnny, come downstairs. The officers want to speak to you." And then
if I don't know why they're asking to speak with my child, I probably would be the first to rat him out and be like, "Yeah, he's here."
Horrible. Respectfully, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
Well, you know what it is, DVS? I don't think a lot of people mean to do what they do. It's just a lot of people don't know their rights, and the police use that against people a lot of the time. Information,
listen, I remember I was on the run. I was on the run, man. I went back to my mother's house. I was like 12, man, and police came knocking on the door on them. I'm talking about early morning, two in the morning, like. And she held them and said, "My son is not here. My son." And they came in, and they found me going out the fire escape. But
Yeah,
she,
I've had my mother slam the door on cops' face multiple times, but
yeah, my mother gets bucky with the police.
But personally, if I didn't know that my child was involved in something, I would be like, yeah, they're right here.
right.
So I don't know. I
Oh,
can
that's
see
honest.
it from both sides.
Right.
I don't have street smarts like you guys do though. So
I get it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. And just to let the detective know, is Gabriel here? Or
No.
She's not here. Okay.
I fellow was here last night.
Yeah. Okay. So is this her vehicle? Her van?
It's both of them.
It's both of them? Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And just to let you guys know, just to let you guys know, I do know the laundries to a certain extent where my route was in Northport. The house I would treat during this time, I was not on YouTube. I was just a pest control guy.
Right,
I worked on the house that was catty corner to this one, and we couldn't go down the street because of what was going on. But I remember seeing them three. They would take walks, bro. I'd be spraying the lawn. I remember visually seeing that bald head dude, Brian Laundrie, walking with some old folks in the neighborhood. Weird.
Is the dad's name Brian too?
Wow.
Say that again.
Is the dad's name Brian too?
Oh no, he meant Brian was actually walking with the bald-headed dude, his father.
Oh, before this happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before this.
Yes. I used to see them walking around. They used to take walks in the neighborhood. When I was spraying, I could see them all walking. It was just weird.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. So he, he asked, "Is this her car? Is this Gabby's car?" And they automatically said it's both of their cars.
Mm.
Because then it gives them probable cause to
deliberately, right,
to go to the vehicle now. Like, oh shit, it's not your son's car. Oh, it's hers. All right, we're gonna check this out right now. You know what I mean? So they know what they're doing. They're very they're savvy on their rights, man, and as you should be, as you should be.
Hello. Yeah. Yes, and it's all on my body cam. Okay. All right. I'm gonna notify. They said that Gabriel's not here. That's all they're saying. That his son is here, but Gabriel's not, and they're not talking. And then he said that they're tired of being harassed or being called. That by the family. Okay, and his name is Steven Bertolino. That's the attorney's number, and his office number. And his cell phone is.
And that's the infamous lawyer that's been backing the laundries up to this day. That's been beefing with the victim's family, Gabby's family, right? So, yeah, people calling him a piece of shit all around the board as well.
Is there anything on my part that I can do to assist you? I mean, do you need me to notify my detective bureau? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
What information I have here, her parents last physically heard from her on August 27th, and they were supposedly out in Wyoming. His sister now just told me another story about that he left her out there and flew home, and yet you're seeing the van in their driveway, and they won't tell you where she is.
Yeah, and I asked him right now in front of you who does that van belong to, and he says both of them.
Yeah, it's registered to her, and her family feels that it's hers.
You see what I'm saying?
Interesting.
This is where they start to get. They're gonna start
And
to get testy.
at this
Yes.
point, they're saying that Brian is at home with them.
Yep, he's there.
Yep.
So I don't know how it works out there. And her phone's been off now for 10 days, and there's been no contact with her whatsoever. So I don't know if that van's a crime scene. How did it return there? If he supposedly flew home, there's definitely some issues going on.
Okay, you have the tag on the.
Put them in touch with me.
You have the tag on the.
Maybe notify a supervisor too. I don't know how it works.
Yes, I will. I'll definitely notify supervisor on this. The tag is Queen Frank Tom Golf 03.
Yeah, that's what I have on my missing person report, because they were supposedly on this road trip in that van.
Police department.
So I guess he goes back, and this is the second encounter, right?
Yeah, the tone definitely changes here because now he has a lot more information before the first time, and this is fresh. Just remember, they haven't found where Gabby is or was, or this is horrible, bro.
Yeah, rest in peace to Gabby, man.
To Chris? Yeah. Chris, this is Sergeant Selzer with the police department. Yeah. Hey, look, I hate to bother you. I know you've already said you don't want to speak or don't want to help us. I'm trying to figure out something for parents. You guys as parents, all they want is their daughter to know that she's safe. So I don't know where it all started before. I don't know what's transpired. I don't know anything about that. I'm here to know if you guys know anything. It would let the parents at ease and go from there.
Well, we don't know anything.
Okay.
That's all.
I mean, anything
well, that's
that
a lie
you guys
right
would
there.
be able to
They
give
lied.
them is any type of help.
Talk about it, Plum.
Well, the reason, listen, because they can't. I understand. Like the lawyer probably told them not to, but the lawyer probably also said you don't say anything. So now they're lying. This is why people had signs in front of their, in their yard days after this or the next day or whatever.
That's why they say don't speak and just get your lawyer, because it's like you could end up putting your own mouth in your foot. Some of the worst things in the world are done with the best intentions.
You think they're being good parents right now, DVS?
I think they're doing what every parent should do. I mean,
they should definitely protect it.
Whether they know or not is, besides the point. But
they're exercising their rights.
Think about it from the other parent's perspective. If this were your child that was missing, how would you feel?
All I'm saying is that there's procedures and they're following the procedure.
Right.
You would come down. You would come straight because they're from New York too. You would come down to Florida and you would be at their front door asking where the heck your daughter is. So stop the cat, bro.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. But they're just so. Since you want to play devil's advocate, you're absolutely fucking right. At the door, searching the whole house, and
that's his procedure.
That's my procedure. But they're exercising their rights as civilians and U.S. citizens, bro. They're using the law as they should. You know what I mean? I know it's not for a good reason right now, but suppose their son was innocent, right? And they're just
saying as everybody should.
But every minute counts. Every second counts when there's a body that no one has found yet. She could still be alive at this point. We don't know, man.
We know the first 48 are the most important. And we're past that already.
It's 10 days past that, right? But the thing is, whether they know or not, they're just exercising their rights, right? If you can say as a parent, that's what you should do. Now, if they know and they're doing this shit, I don't know, bro. That's different. That goes on.
That is different, because I agree. Knowledge is power, and you should exercise your rights. Because I will say again, whenever you don't know your rights, that's when the police tend to use them against you. You know what I mean? When you don't know how to exercise your rights.
But I'm asking from the other parent's perspective. How would you feel? Would you?
I'm going to the house. I'm knocking on the door, and I'm pulling that little motherfucker out the house, bro. Right. And we're going to figure it out. And I'm going to look him in his eyes and we're going to see what's happening. Because I'm going to be able to tell if she's really missing and y'all had an argument, or you fucking ended my daughter's life and now it's time for you to go.
Right.
But that's the only way to really tell. I mean, there's some things that you let the law, take, into to their courts and shit, but
Right.
there's some shit that you take into your own court. Like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, thank the gods I've never been put in these situations, but I know that my protocol would be a lot different from anybody else's.
And I'm doing a
Last time your
blind
son
reaction.
saw her, anything like that? Am I able to talk to your son? The other officer said
he's not going to talk to anybody.
Okay.
We're not going to talk to anybody.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna lay it out for you if you want. The New York detective.
And if I go down there and the fucking parents knew about it and they were you know, holding their son and trying to, you know, get him away from doing something to my daughter,
Right.
they're just as guilty as him too. Respectfully.
Exactly. They're harboring a fugitive at that point. They're an accessory, you know what I mean? But
No,
situation.
because at the end of the day, like if that was me, like I think I'd be like, yo, you got to take care of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Women and children is a no go. You know what I'm saying?
Situation aside, I'm just reacting blindly. As far as exercising their rights, saying all the right things so far, trying to do the right thing, not say too much. They're trying to do the right thing, which
Well, yeah,
everybody
they've
should
been
do.
coached by their lawyer. I mean, they
Well,
know
they
what
just know
they.
their rights. Information is everything, you know, communication is key, knowledge is power, all that. Like, it really helps to know because otherwise they can't use it against you, you know?
Right, but again, they've been coached by their lawyer to know not to talk at this point. Where if these people just showed up at my house and I hadn't already secured a lawyer, I probably would be running my mouth.
But
They know
over
that I'm
here in
good at that.
Boston, 90% of the population, 99% back
This
in the
ain't
day.
Boston. This is Florida.
But this is where I'm from. But I'm telling you that most people know not to talk. Most people know their rights. They don't have to be told by a lawyer. They already act in this manner accordingly.
Detectives are a little pissed and they want me to do a whole bunch of things that I'm trying to
Well,
avoid.
then you have to do what you got to do, and we're not going to. That's that.
Okay. I mean, as a parent, you wouldn't want to know where it happened with
I
yours.
understand what you're saying, but thank you.
I mean,
No, we're not going to.
it makes it very odd, don't you think? From my point of view,
Well,
Chris.
right. For now, you can call our attorney and give your phone number.
I don't have your attorney, and an attorney's not going to answer at 10, 11 o'clock at night.
I'm not speaking to anybody.
Yeah, we're not comfortable
without
talking
an
to anybody.
attorney. So that's that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the van is only registered to her. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you, the
Okay.
title on the state of Florida is it's only hers.
Okay.
So it's not supposed to be here.
Okay,
So I'm going to take a tow truck and get it. Is a car in the way?
that's my car. I can move it.
I mean, so you don't have any issue with us taking the van?
If
That's where they fucked up. I'm supposed to shut that door and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
The dad just lied and said that it's both theirs.
A lot of evidence in there too.
Absolutely.
If that's what you're saying, you got to do. You got to do.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not speaking to anyone.
Yeah, without our attorney.
Okay.
I can move the car for you.
You don't find that odd that you guys
Good
really?
night. Good night.
Okay.
Don't knock on my door anymore.
Okay. Are you going to move the car?
I'll move.
Okay.
Since the laundries would not communicate at all with the police department, they came and took Gabby's van from their house. As soon as the news was out, the neighborhood was full of cars, protesters, day and night. We had news
Ruined their life,
coverage from
dude.
all over the country. We had News Nation. Here you'll see Brian Etten walking up right here. On this trip across the country.
Yo, this is wild, man. Imagine that. You're trying to protect your son, whether you know or not. You know what I mean? Now you're implemented. You got these people on your fucking property, recording, probably, you know, doing all kinds of wild, crazy, antagonistic shit, and you just got to eat it up, man. Well, and this dude ended up killing himself. I guess he took one for the team, right?
Yeah, but how did this happen in between there? You know, another thing too, Northport police dropped the ball, I believe, on that of just taking initiative. And dude, if this was where I'm from, they would have came in the house and ripped me out. They would have ripped anybody else out of there. I don't understand why. You know, I don't know.
It's a different zip code.
Facts.
Bro.
They were very friendly, but you could tell they were in touch with a lawyer. They knew.
We're paying different kind of taxes here, plug. They have more rights. They're in a different class bracket, bro.
Yeah, you're right. It's Northport. It's middle class. Yep, you're right. It's not like rich though. These are like
But
bungalow like
these are the
houses.
people that can spit to the sheriff and to the fucking police department. Yo, listen, I employ you. Don't come over here infringing on my shit. You better get
I
out.
would
You
have
know what I
to
mean?
pull a Papa Steve.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, either or. Yeah, you take care of that. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying. If that's something, I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter,
Would
how
you have
bad
helped
it
your
gets.
kid? This is my thing though. Why would so let's get to the conspiracy around Brian Laundrie because some people believe that he's still alive. But would you? Let me ask you, DBS. Would you help your kid get to a location to off himself? That to me is a red flag. We, as a parent, that's not. We would rather have our kid in prison than have our kid off ourselves, right?
At least you can visit them, send them food, to write them. Like, yeah, that does sound off, you know.
I don't think he offed himself, but that's my opinion. I mean, the way that they had already searched that area, it flooded, and then all of a sudden his stuff was found, and I may be saying this out of order, and then a body was found very decomposed already, to where
I'm
they
sure
weren't able
they
to
did.
fully identify it as him, correct?
Right.
I'm sure they did a DNA analyst on it. Almost
I'm gonna
certainly.
look into it, but I don't know. I still think that dude is still out here.
A lot
Could
of
be a
you're not the only
possibility.
one.
They
She
would
ain't the
have to
only
do
one.
dental records, if there was no fingerprints accessible, say there was a
I
fire.
don't think the head was there.
I think he was a scared little
Wow.
boy, emotional, scared little boy. Another little boy who took his anger out on his woman and went too far, and then he panicked, and then he tried to get away, and he wasn't really
Went
in the
looking
right
for
state of
mommy and
mind.
daddy's help, right?
But once he tried to get away, he didn't know what to do, and he got caught up in them tides, man.
Basically, yeah. So they're probably trying to. Is that true? They're trying. Are they suing the laundries in general?
I believe
Oh
so.
shit.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. Mr. Petito, he ain't something to play. He ain't nobody to play with. That dude has been on their neck the whole time, and righteously so. Because, bro, in the circumstances of your daughter, it happened to his daughter, and then the parents lining up with the son and hiding it the whole time. This is literally the opposite of what Papa Steve did. So we're trying to show the comparison of piece of shit people. But DBS, you seem to agree with what the parents did.
Not
Well,
knowing if he did it,
right.
absolutely.
Well, and I'll say this: as a father, as a parent, you're gonna do anything and everything you could do in your power to
I'm not
always
just gonna
protect your
automatically
child.
throw my children to the wolves.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
gonna be some kind of setup. What the hell is going on? What?
To counter that, though, would you want your child to come clean to the officers and tell his side of the story with a lawyer present? Yes, okay, so that they're saying the correct things. But would you want your son to go down and clear his name, or just hide from everything?
He would have to figure this shit out. Because anything after that, you know what I'm saying? He looks guilty, right?
Right.
I mean, the only reason you running is because you got to get away from something. You know something. You're running from the truth, and you know that
Exactly.
you
I
know
said
what's
the
up.
same thing about Wade Wilson. There's no reason that he would have ran and hid and been asking for bus tickets unless he was actually guilty.
Wade
Yeah.
Wilson and Brian kind of similar with traits of all about them. You know what I'm saying? Even Brian, those letters that got released after the murders, it was very eerie. Like, it was like he just wrote them and he lied. He lied on his confession of what happened. Oh, she fell and I had to.
Shut up. Oh, I didn't even catch all that. Yeah.
So
Damn.
Wade Wilson and Brian Laundrie, very similar. Both of them
The
chose.
making of a psychopath.
Goddamn chodes.
Facts, Griselda. See how those lawns look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the dirt on this truck? That's the truck.
Yeah, looking at the truck, looked like they went mudding or something.
Yeah, I think they were looking at that because I think they said he had used the car, or they thought that he got away, or he went somewhere and came back, or some wild like that.
Right.
I think that's it of the body cam. This is just going to show like everybody at his house or whatever. I think Brian is still there. So how does he get away from the media and kill himself? That's what I want to know.
Well, you got to remember, he knows the neighborhood. He probably could dip off on the late night when it gets dark. You can't really tell what's going on. You could go into the shadows.
Or the other theory was that Brian wasn't in the house when the cop came, and he just made it seem like he was, like he already went and did what he had to do.
Wow.
Because remember, they went on a family trip a week before that. He got back, and they went on a family trip to an island near I think it was in St. Pete. That's
where the conspiracy comes in, right?
Yeah, that's where, the sister said they were camping, everything was cool, and then they came back and did what he did, I guess.
Damn, they're out here deep, though.
Yeah, that's wild.
Bro, I don't think the media can do this right here, though. Like, they're walking all up on his shit, bro. They're all up on this dude's shit.
I thought they were supposed to stay back, like, at the,
Yeah, but this is pressure because
sidewalk.
Of the fact that they're not saying nothing, and it's so obvious that...
This is day one, too. This is the first day they were there. So this is why they were up this close. They get pushed back, though, I remember.
What's that sign say? Hold on, what's that sign say?
It said, clean the laundries or something. I remember White Boy Lockdown Radio had a sign that said that. Clean the dirty laundries.
Right, yeah, they got a whole movement.
Sometimes silence is louder than words. Word up.
Right.
Facts.
Speaks volumes.
Look, this could have been Steve. This is what I'm trying to get to everything. This is my whole point. Steve, this could have been you if you would have went the other way. Right? Am I lying? If he started hiding Wade, bro, this would have been him. This would have been his situation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yo, wow, they'd have been on him.
And for as much hate as Papa Steve gets, I feel like he did the right thing, because he doesn't have the rest of the world wondering and conspiring if Brian Laundrie is still out here and could potentially do this again.
So they were just in the house too. They were just those cops were just in the house. So Brian already went and did what he
were
killed
on
himself.
The storm porch. They weren't in the house. They didn't.
They were on the porch. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, my house at Bradenton looked just like this house right here. Pygmy palm in my lawn though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, when I was in that foster home, I went down to Florida, man. That's where I learned about the fire ants and the little geckos. Little
lizards. Them lizards are everywhere. I was in St. Pete's, Orlando, Tampa. Yeah, I was.
Y'all catch one? You catch one?
I caught a dozen. Yeah.
You put them on your ear and shit?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know that wild.
You put them on your ear, you're a Florida boy.
Oh, come on. We put them on our ears.
That's our initiation.
Your nose, your tongue.
I was, man, yep. I don't know, I was like 7 or something like that.
Exactly. We did that shit when we was kids.
That's my first time in Florida. I was there and the house looked just like this.
St. Pete's, chilling.
Shout out to 727, man.
Yeah, shout out to St. Pete's. Salute.
The Berg.
That man's mullet. You seen that? Ooh. That man is back in the 80s.
The media was all up on this, like.
Yeah, it gave me Wade Wilson vibes. Like the way the media was covering this case, it was big. Right. It's just the ending happened quick because boom, he's out of here. Wade Wilson does this in prison. If Wade Wilson does an Epstein, we're not talking Wade Wilson no more. It's over with. After death, it ends the case. Well, the only reason we're coming back to this because the body cam did just get released of that what we seen in the beginning, and because we're comparing it to Papa Steve himself, saying that what he did was the right thing. What the laundries did was the wrong thing, and ultimately you see the difference and the repercussions of what comes with it.
Big difference. And look at Diddy. He's on suicide watch,
But I appreciate everybody, man. I don't know how much more of this video is going. This is actually the guy that's filming, that owns the video, and I forgot about this. He's going to where Brian was found, and Brian hasn't been found yet. So this is interesting. He was right there. If y'all watch where he's going, yeah, I appreciate it. I got to go, though.
Before it flooded.
Salute, New Age.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Let me turn the volume up because he might be giving some dialogue. Hold on.
Right.
Well, it's open. We got to go walking.
We got to go walking. Oh, wow.
That's the road we drive down. And the other one's down that way.
What are those called right there? Those water gaps right there.
We call them coulees or gullies. It has to ask Plug what the Florida word is.
Maybe a canal. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking like something like that, right? Alligators and shit, snakes and lizards.
Right.
All kinds of wild shit out there. You gotta be on point. You think being on point in New York City is a real thing? Oh man, that's a different kind of point out there.
I wonder if this means we can come out here at night and search.
Oh, gates.
We got to get back that way where we saw the tent.
Oh.
You're eaten by an alligator.
See? They're talking about it right now.
Yep.
One action will fucking eat you by the legs, bro.
You are here. See? We got to get over here where we saw that tent, remember? We're in the car.
Oh shit. Footprints and all that. Solving crimes. It looks like a Brian laundry boot, right?
Do you know how scared I would be, like, actively being part of a search like this, not knowing if, like, he was still alive and he could, like, come after me?
That dude is not busting or graping a food. He only do that to a woman, man.
Way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and I am a woman.
It just looks sketchy, though, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you better have some sort of pics on your keychain or something and stab someone in their eyes. It's self-defense. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you better have that look in your eye like, I'll end you. You know what I mean? And make them think twice and give you the advantage. Especially somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, shit.
Right. It's survival at that point.
Chill out. You know what I mean?
See, this is the road where I was telling you guys.
Yeah.
That's the line right there. Those things go all the way to Venice. So that's where you can walk at night along this line.
And Plug said eventually this is where the person was found, respectfully.
Yeah, no, it's wild. You want to get an idea of how humans or creatures of habit, bro.
Animals.
God, we need a four-wheeler.
Yeah, it'd be great if you had one of those. I was just thinking about that.
Did you guys hear the power going through those lines? It's electric power.
A little dirt bike, a four-wheeler.
Something to get there real quick and right back. All that real quick. You might get him startled. You might see him running through the field or something. Running there, that's over.
Let's walk through here. Come on.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say.
Back here. This is where his dad said he came.
Looks like a crossover there.
Yeah, it looked like a car went through there, right? Not a four-wheeler. That's
a cross. There's a cross right there, like a grave.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the tracks on the thing. That's like car tracks.
Oh, definitely tracks. Yeah.
More
could be quads.
Right,
ATVs.
But wide enough to be an actual vehicle and not like a four-wheeler.
Yeah, fast. All the way. But I'm no detective.
And the parents said that he's been here. And I think at this point he's missing. Like they don't know where he's at. says for more than a month, investigators spread out across a sprawling, swampy Florida nature area known as Carlton Reserve in search of Brian Laundrie, the missing man whose fiancée, Gabby Petito, was strangled. The searchers waded through near chest-high waters. They rode on swamp buggies and airboats and called in underwater dive teams to explore the reserve's 25,000 acres. They tried to avoid the many venomous snakes, gators, palmetto bugs, and swarms of mosquitoes that call the swamp home. On Wednesday, several searchers, including Laundrie's parents, finally found what they had been looking for: human remains, as well as a backpack, a notebook belonging to Laundrie, according to the FBI.
Wow.
And then they were able to confirm that the remains were of his. So I was wrong on that part.
Yeah. Well,
But they
thank you
did
for reading
confirm
that.
Think
that.
about him. Maybe he was out there and he
Wow.
just, he started, seeing the shit rise or whatever. Or maybe he got bit by something that's poisonous, and then
Right. But he was hiding out, is what they're saying. So
Wow, that's crazy.
They've been looking for him for a month, longer than they looked for Gabby, I think.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow.
When
For
you
real.
think like that, that's wild.
Yeah, to know that this area was flooded with chest-high deep water.
Come bring us. Come
I know
get
you
some
said.
food.
I was like,
Yeah, that's
We'll put you
scary.
in jail for life.
like right up to them trees, like where them dry branches are.
Oh, shotgun.
Oh man,
Bucket shotguns. The
they
fuck
found
was that?
any weapons?
There's a lot more.
YouTube
Oh
streets.
wow.
Let's see.
Yeah.
They aren't saying anything about any weapons. I'm also not seeing that they say, like, I'd have to look for like the medical examiners. Look, here we go. So it looks like Brian Laundrie's bones were underwater and chewed by animals.
Ooh.
He has a 47-page autopsy report. I know we're not really diving into the actual Brian Laundrie, and we were just using this to compare against Papa Steve and what the parents did. But I mean, it's just as interesting because there's so much that can be said about his and Gabby's case as well.
Facts. Hell yeah, man. It's deep. Shout out to the YouTube streets. It's your guy, Scandalino Blue Eyes. Shout out to the whole Scandal squad. Peace.
Everybody, have a good one. Stay humble, stay dangerous. You already know, Griselda. Stay safe.
Stay safe and stay curious.
She be running. She a track star. She be buying everything. Yeah, new car. New funny for her and a new star. Yeah, she loves when Wade smells her farts. She a track star. She be running. She bought a new car. New funly for a new start. She got a new plug cause she snorts shards. You was selling suit with the pants with a sharp mark. You were trying to scam everybody like you Brett Favre. You would never say the damn name, you got no heart. Anonymous go eat your ass up and rip you apart. You got a heat on your head, do I need to remind you? This might be for the victims when they find you. You know that they slide, there ain't no way you can hide. Wade Wilson's gonna die, but bitch, you might die too. Jesse got a car and that bitch brand new. Wade like shit in his damn shampoo. 17 bitches got a Wade tattoo. He be giving you lies like he's gonna match you, but he never comes through. Kinda like how Jesse and Kelly doing the same shit, yeah, they tryna sue. They doing phone sex for soup with the honey buns just to get a glimpse of their honey buns. She a track star, she be running. She got a new car, new funly, yeah, new start. She be loving new smell on Wade's farts. Smoking on a Wade Wilson pack, yeah, I'm coughing. Let me get some flowers, I'ma take it to his coffin. All these body Wade with some wise, it's exhausting. Yeah, Jesse took all the money, yeah, she ballin'. Yeah, she ballin'. Your wedding registry's at Target. Don't make no sense, see, it's just a locked up carcass. You a Nazi lover, let's tell your friend Marcus. You gonna lose all your black friends, why start this? Get rid of the camper, get your ass an apartment. Get rid of Wade too, tell him this what apartments. And get your ass just a part of a mint, just for your breath of that scent, cause you sucking on the shit. What you think you wasn't gonna get doxxed, man? You a silly bitch. This is not what your dad meant when he told you to go out and get rich. Stupid bitch. She a track star, she be running. Got a new car with the fun lean, with a new star. She be smelling, always farts.